If you need a brand new Jake Gyllenhaal crime thriller film that will leave you on the edge of your seat, then this review might be of some interest for you. So let's get to it. How we doing, film fans? This is Let's Be Real with Brad. Today on the channel, I want to talk about the brand new Netflix original crime thriller film called The Guilty. The film is directed and produced by Antoine Fuqua as it stars Jake Gyllenhaal in the lead role. The film is also based on the 2018 Danish film of the same name. The Guilty is about a demoted police officer assigned to a call dispatch desk, which is conflicted when he receives an emergency phone call from a kidnapped woman. Going into this film, I was very excited to check it out, considering that it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, one of my favorite actors working today. Then you add that this film's trailer promoted it as a 90-minute crime thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. I was bound to enjoy it. However, I was a bit concerned considering that the director, Antoine Fuqua, has also directed a film earlier this year called Infinite, which was very awful. So now that I've seen the film, I have to say that I had a fun time with this movie. This film was such an enjoyable experience that it doesn't do anything complex or deep with its story, trying to be precisely what you're looking for. So let's dive right into the positives first, and let's start with the acting. Jake Gyllenhaal is the main star in the film as he dominates this role. He is in every scene of the film, so this film only works with his performance, and he was excellent in the role. Gyllenhaal is also fantastic when he is able to be released and become out of control, which made me genuinely terrified of him throughout the film. We hear other notable actors on the phone as well, talking to Jake's character like Hawke, Keough, and Peter Sarsgaard. They all had excellent performances as voice actors who could sell these characters off instead of just listening to their voices and only thinking of the actors themselves. My second positive with this film is the dialogue. The dialogue felt so realistic to real life 911 calls because it all felt natural and organic. It never feels like the characters are reading off their scripts and saying things that didn't feel relatively realistic. It felt as though that all the actors were improvising their lines because it was so damn excellent in the film. I also thought that the screenplay as a whole was solid, even though this is a film we have seen many times before, but I thought that the progression of each scene kept me invested until the end, with having some twists and turns along the way. Even though the film could have utilized these twists a little bit more, but the major one at the end was damn well executed and made me enjoy the film even more. My third positive with this film is the technical aspects. Antoine Fuqua did a solid job crafting all these shots into an intense thrill ride, only shooting the film in one location. I was so invested in the story and the solid directing that I forgot that this film was only shot in one location. The cinematography was also solid, having this dark, grayed out look to the film, which encapsulates the emotion that we should be feeling throughout. Now, let's dive into the many negatives I have with this film, starting with the screenplay. Earlier in the review, I praised the dialogue for feeling so organic and natural. I also praised the screenplay for being solid, which I still agree with, but my major complaint is that it is very bare bones for the rest of the story. We have seen this film 100 times before, so many of the cliches and basic story beats feel very familiar with this one. It may not bother many people considering you saw the trailer, and if you wanted to watch the film, there is a strong possibility that you will enjoy these kinds of crime thriller films. But for me, I think there were many different chances throughout that could have been expanded and taken this film even further and feel a little bit more engaging. An example of this is with Jake Gyllenhaal's character. He has this mysterious past and personality that we're all trying to figure out as the film progresses, but when these twists and turns are revealed, they felt very obvious and predictable, which was very disappointing to me. I understand this film is focused solely on the events that are happening on hand, but I would have liked to see a little bit more background to this character and have much more to say about how dispatch works and operates in the current times. I have to admit that I haven't seen the original film, but I suspect it is better than this one based on the reviews that I have seen. But besides that, I have no idea where the differences are between this film and that one. Overall, The Guilty is a film you have seen before and can sometimes come off as a generic film. Still, with a quick 90-minute runtime, I still recommend this movie considering it has a great Jake Gyllenhaal performance, a pretty solid twist, and great dialogue. This is a film that audiences exactly want, and I think that they'll really enjoy this film. I am giving The Guilty a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for checking out this review, and let me know down below in the comment section, what did you think of The Guilty? And if you enjoyed it, let me know some of the other great crime thrillers that you should recommend. I would love to hear about it. Before you check out this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the next video.